Hello and welcome to another video. If you're new around here, my name is the Diamond Bullet, and I've done a thing. So, for the last, I want to say year and a half, I've been working on writing. I've been developing myself, in the hopes to eventually make a book or something worthy of posting anywhere. And yeah, so this is my first official release of something. I am going to admit some AI has been used in this, not fully. AI helped me with layout and some minor plot holes that I skipped past by accident. That's all they did. All of the characters, all of the planning and all of the ideas are mine. It's just AI helped me format it. So if this gets approved, which I hope it does, otherwise you're not going to see this, it will say that it's AI assisted. I'm not trying to take major amounts of credit. I did use some AI to help me. So, what is this? So this is Legends of Diamond and Jaidyn, Bonds Beyond Worlds. Those of you who don't know, my music producer friend, who's gone through many names, is now registered as JDNBWR or Jaidyn. So this story is about me and him, kinda. It's not really a story; it's a light novel. So I have plans for currently 26 chapters, including the pilot, which is what's being reviewed here. And I've tried aiming for between 2,000 and 4,000 words. That way it's not going to be overly powerful and overly boring to read, because this is just the text versions of everything. It's one heck of a story. So where do I begin? So Jaidyn and I, surprisingly, we actually watched an anime together called In Another World with My Smartphone. It is what inspires this. Kinda. So it inspires some of the storyline, not all of the storyline. So there's a lot of. I'm not gonna. I'm trying my best not to spoil everything I've written so far. It's It's two guys going on an adventure. The only thing is, they were teleported to another world or transported to another world, which falls under the isekai branding of anime and novels. It's they then work together to learn what their capabilities are. Diamond is naturally stronger than Jaidyn. The reasoning as to why, though, shows up later on. And they battle, they team up with people, they get engaged, not to each other, women, and they have a blast. And they become the protectors of all of the kingdoms. And pretty much it. All I can say without giving away every single chapter. The way it's written here, in a world where elemental kingdoms teeter on the edge of war and forgotten magic stirs beneath the surface, two strangers awaken with no memory of how they arrived, but with the power thrumming in their veins. Diamond, a quiet and determined warrior with a past shrouded in mystery, and Jaidyn, quick-witted and loyal, find themselves in a realm unlike their own. United by circumstance and driven by shared instinct to protect, the two begin their journey through the lands ruled by flame, frost, shadow, and stars. Along the way, they cross paths with fierce royals, elusive warriors, and mythical creatures that seem drawn to them by fate itself. With each step, their bond deepens, and so does the weight of the world around them. But there are forces that remember who Diamond once was, and they are watching. With breathtaking landscapes, heartfelt character moments, and battles that shake the sky, Legends of Diamond and Jaidyn Bonds Beyond Worlds is a sweeping anime fantasy that explores friendship, legacy, and the quiet strength it takes to shape your own destiny. My original goal for this was to actually have it be animated. So that's one thing. It was supposed to be animated, but then I thought I don't have the time or effort to do that. So I did it this way. Hence why it says anime. But the landscapes and things are thoroughly described within the plot storylines. So it's not taken away from anything that much. I keep punching my my mug of. So if this gets accepted, I will be posting this video with a link to this in the description. If it doesn't, then I'm going to do what I can to make it so that it is, because I have spent far too long figuring all this out. The last 2, maybe 3 days, I've been trying to convert it from episodes per screen to chapters for a novel, which is why I've only done about 2 or 3 chapters, or completed 2 or 3 chapters, including Pilot, which isn't titled Pilot. It's titled something else. And I'm not giving away anything. So this needs to be accepted, obviously. Make sure it's not breaking any rules or anything like that. If it does, you'll see this video. There'll be a link in the description below. Do go check it out. There is, I think, a way for readers to leave reviews and ideas for the story, so let me know those. Although I do have currently 26 chapters planned, not all of them are fully written in a way that makes it legible. That's the words. So I'm going to try and release and convert either once or 1 or 2 a week. So when you're seeing this, there will be at least the first and second chapters, because those are complete, and a potential for the third one to be complete as well. I am just finalizing the third one. And like I said, apart from the pilot, I'm going to aim for about 2,000 to 4,000 words. I was looking at the top rated on this site, and their chapters, even their pilot, is over 7,500 words. And in my opinion, it's better to do it at about 2,000 to 4,000 words. It doesn't take a massive amount of time to read. But 2,000 to 4,000 words is enough to paint a picture, form the story. And my story, look, I have 3 chapters or episodes that are all set in the same place, one after each other, all with different storylines, with different directions. But if I really wanted, I could mash all that into one mega story, mega chapter. But that would just see boredom. There is no point doing too much. From what my research has told me, my research told me 2 to 4,000 words as well. I know chapter 1 is not quite 2,000 words. It's 1,800. And that's me not making it overly wordy. So, Legends of Diamond and Jaidyn, Bonds Beyond Worlds. Like I said, there is currently plans for 26 chapters. And that's not the end of the story. If this does okay, I'm not expecting it to go viral. I'm not expecting it to do majorly well. But if it goes okay, then I will happily make more. There will be a bit of time between this finalizing and the next one starting. Obviously, I've got to go through the same process again. Only this time I'll write it as directly as a light novel. And for those of you that don't know what a light novel is effectively a book version of the anime. So light novels tend to come first, and then the animes are adaptations, but anime. So I do like the cover. Great cover. So like I said, I don't expect it to do amazing. I really don't. However, if it does okay, at mid-level, I will release another. And who knows what I'll do for the other. I don't. I'm already brainstorming ideas for various different novels. But I have no idea. I really don't. And that's kind of the problem. In fact, I don't know what I'm doing. And I mean, I do and I don't. I know what I'm doing for this. I know the direction I'm taking this. And I know how I want this to end. It's just not happened yet. And it's going to be a while before it does. There's going to be at least 35 chapters of this. At least. Before I find an end that I'm comfortable with. I will say this: polygamy and polyamory are included in this. So if you're someone who doesn't like that, then it's not for you. But it's not crazy currently. But that's all I can really say without giving it away. But there are many things that get fought. Many places and kingdoms get visited. And there's a lot that goes on. And each chapter links in with the other. So let's say chapter 1 and chapter 2. Chapter 2 picks up exactly where chapter 1 left off. It's not going to be one of those ones that end chapter 1 in one place and then chapter 2 starts 5 months later. That's not how it's going to be. That's not how it is. The episodes they leak into each other. And I've been working on getting those transitions right for the later stage stuff, because the later stage stuff is a lot more extreme and harder to work around than the early stage stuff. And I will say this, the sole purpose of the pilot is to introduce you to Diamond and Jaidyn. That's all. That's all that's there for. And I might make another adaptation of this story from another perspective, from one of the other main characters, because a lot does go on in this story. It is very fast paced. There is non-stop action throughout all of the chapters, apart from 26. 26 is the first chapter that I've made, or that I've planned, where it's just going to be a chill chapter. It's not going to be overly violent. It's not going to be endless battles. I have some chapters where battles go over too. And I don't want every single chapter to be battling. So a lot of the chapters don't have much major battles, but they do have a lot of travel and training. And I have cut out a lot of the traveling portions. Although for a show-based adaptation, that the traveling segments would be great, I've cut them out for the sake of length. Because in the first 10 or so chapters, they've visited 3 different kingdoms already. So I don't want to keep dragging things out. I'm not going to do that. Although I drag out videos like this a lot. This is something that I've been working on a lot. And I've been playing a lot of Roblox Starving Artists. I sold out of everything I had made previously. Everything. I've done a double sellout this week. So I had a full stock, sold out. Made half of a full stock, sold out. So now any art I do in that is going to be based on what's the word? Concepts or characters for this. You can see from here a lot of spoilers. We have 4 ladies, we have a unicorn, we have a black panther, and obviously the main characters. It's not accidental. Because those all get introduced relatively quickly. It's not revealing late game things. And well, I say late game, it's not a game. Late story. So whilst working on this, I have also been working on various other projects. I'm brainstorming ideas for a game that I have, brainstorming ideas for future light novels, and should this get turned into an ebook or a normal book or a normal series or even an animated series somewhere, if anyone knows how to animate it, please let me know. That would all be great. These guys that are publishing this online for me, they do have the option to... They do have partnerships in order to publish properly. Yeah. So it's worry-free publishing they do. So one day, maybe I'll do that. But in order to publish it, I would want it to be complete first. So we have this going on. We have a potential game in the works going on. My back is killing me going on. And it's 4 in the morning. That's going on. So all I'm going to say is, if you do check it out, leave a review. Leaving a review on something like this, something that's startup, something that is somebody's first real whack at something, helps them develop. It helps them understand. It helps them improve. And like I said, although I have 26 chapters planned out, and there's going to be at least 35 chapters, anything can happen in that small space of 9 chapters. So suggestions could even be implemented in chapters that aren't finalized. But like I said, all that's currently finalized are the first 3 almost. That's all that are finalized or are in the correct format and the correct layout I want it to be. The rest of them are still a small paragraph of like 100 words just describing what's going on. So it's like I said, I've used AI to help me with the layout and how I should lay it out, and I've been using a template from an AI in order to lay it out, and I've used AI to help me with major plot holes that I couldn't fix. So there is some AI assistance, not 100% all me, but it is a 85 to 90%. So if you do check this out, obviously I'm not uploading this until this is available. Let me know what you think, both as a review on the site or in the comments below. Because hopefully by the time you see this, 3 chapters are up. Hopefully. And something I might do in the future is another follow-up video when I've released 10 chapters, for example, going through the reviews. Anything can happen, but that is going to do it for this video. Remember, check the description below. Don't forget to use code TDB10 at checkout at dubby.gg for 10% off your entire order. I still have Dubby. I love Dubby. It's funny because my Dubby shaker, though I use it mostly for water now, is full of stickers that I got from Farming Sim. And so is my notepad. So, yeah. Please let me know your thoughts. Please check it out. Not saying you have to. It's not going to be for everyone. So please let me know. And if you have any ideas for ones I should make in the future, let me know as well. I'll see if I can add them to my brainstorm. That is going to do it for this video. Thank you for coming out and watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!